Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something we all feel, something that tugs at our heartstrings, and sometimes, even trips us up. We're talking about the universal, undeniable, and sometimes delightfully quirky human need to feel wanted. Think about it. From the moment we're little munchkins, we're looking for that nod, that smile, that "you're awesome," from our parents, our friends, even that slightly bewildered-looking cat we tried to befriend with a piece of string. It's in our DNA. We want to be picked for the team, invited to the party, chosen for the last slice of pizza, especially that last one. It's like an invisible magnet, constantly pulling us towards connection, towards belonging. Why do we crave it so much? Well, at its core, it's about survival. Back in the caveman days, being part of the tribe meant safety, warmth, and not becoming a saber-toothed tiger's midnight snack. Fast forward a few millennia, and while the threats are a bit less toothy, the underlying need for connection remains. We want to be seen, to be valued, to know that if we suddenly started tap dancing in the middle of a grocery store, at least one person would be like, "Yeah, I know that guy. He's alright." But here's where it gets interesting, and sometimes, a little messy. This natural, essential drive can sometimes go a bit rogue. Imagine you're at a potluck, right? And you bring your world-famous, super-secret 7-layer dip. You spent hours on it, meticulously layering each delicious component. Now, if someone tries it and says, "Wow, this is amazing," you feel pretty good, right? Your dip is wanted. But what if your entire sense of self-worth for the evening hinges on everyone raving about your dip? What if you start to think, if they don't love my dip, they don't love me? See the slippery slope? That's what happens when our need to feel wanted gets tangled up with conditional self-worth. It's like we're constantly auditioning for our own lives, waiting for external validation to tell us we're good enough. It's exhausting, frankly. It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. No matter how many compliments you get, the foundation always feels a bit shaky. Or maybe you've experienced what I like to call the anxious attachment shuffle. This is when feeling chosen becomes our ultimate comfort blanket, our safety net. It's that feeling of constantly checking if someone likes you, if they're still interested, if they're going to ghost you after you accidentally sent them a meme from 2012. You equate being chosen with being safe, being secure. And while a little bit of that is totally normal, who doesn't want to feel secure in their relationships? It can become a problem when it drives all your decisions. Think about it like this: have you ever been in a situation where you really wanted to say no to something, but you said yes instead, just to avoid disappointing someone or making them think less of you? Maybe it was agreeing to help a friend move for the 5th time, even though your back was screaming. Or perhaps it was nodding along to a movie choice you secretly detested, just because you wanted to be seen as easygoing. That, my friends, is the anxious attachment shuffle in action. We prioritize being wanted over our own needs, and trust me, your back, and your sanity, will thank you for setting some boundaries. So, how do we navigate this complex landscape of wanting to be wanted without losing ourselves in the process? The key, my friends, is balance. And it starts with a little thing called internal validation. Internal validation is like building your own personal cheering squad, right inside your head. It's about recognizing your own worth, your own strengths, and your own awesomeness, regardless of what anyone else thinks. It's that moment when you look in the mirror and think, "Hey, I'm doing pretty good today." Even if your hair is doing something wild and your shirt has a mysterious stain. It's knowing that your 7-layer dip is delicious to you, and that's what truly matters. Cultivating internal validation isn't always easy. It's a practice, like learning to ride a unicycle. You'll wobble a bit at first, maybe fall a few times, but eventually, you'll get the hang of it. Start by acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small. Did you finally organize that one messy drawer? High-five yourself. Did you get through a particularly challenging email without throwing your computer out the window? You're a hero. The more you acknowledge your own wins, the stronger your internal cheering squad becomes. Next up, clear communication. This is massive. So often, we play guessing games with our loved ones, hoping they'll instinctively know what we need, how we feel, or that we desperately want them to notice our new haircut. And when they don't, we feel unwanted. But here's the thing, people aren't mind readers. Shocking, I know. Even the most empathetic friends and partners can't always decipher our unspoken desires. So, instead of dropping subtle hints that could be interpreted a million different ways, try actually saying what you need. Hey, I'm feeling a little down today, and a hug would really make a difference. Or, I'd love to spend some quality time together this weekend, just us. It might feel a little vulnerable at first, but trust me, it's so much more effective than sighing dramatically and hoping someone asks what's wrong. Plus, it gives the other person a clear roadmap to making you feel wanted, which is a win-win. And finally, let's talk about reciprocal relationships. This is about fostering connections that are like a beautiful dance, not a one-person show. In healthy relationships, the wanting goes both ways. You want them, they want you. You support them, they support you. It's not about someone constantly needing to choose you, but about a mutual appreciation, a shared journey of growth. Think about those friendships where you genuinely uplift each other. Where you celebrate each other's successes and commiserate during the tough times. Where you can be your authentic, slightly weird self, and they love you for it. Those are the relationships that fuel our souls and truly make us feel wanted, not out of a desperate need for external validation, but out of genuine, heartfelt connection. It's about relationships that value mutual growth over dependency. It's like having a workout buddy who pushes you, but also knows when you need a rest day. You're both working towards being better versions of yourselves, and you're doing it together. You're not relying on them to define your worth, you're relying on them to be a supportive partner in your journey. So, the next time you feel that familiar tug, that desire to feel wanted, take a moment. Acknowledge it, because it's a perfectly human and natural feeling. But then, ask yourself, am I looking for external validation, or am I tapping into my own wellspring of self-worth? Am I communicating my needs clearly, or am I expecting others to guess? And are my relationships built on mutual growth, or am I leaning too heavily on others to define my value? Remember, feeling wanted is a beautiful thing, a cornerstone of human connection. But the healthiest way to experience it is when it stems from a place of self-love and balanced, reciprocal relationships. So go forth, embrace your wonderful, unique self, and cultivate those connections that truly make you feel seen, valued, and genuinely wanted. And hey, if you want to share your favorite 7-layer dip recipe in the comments, I definitely want to see it.